Time for another strawberry letter. Let's go get them. I watch your videos all the time, and I think you can help me with the situation that I'm in. It's a long story, but I'm going to keep it short and sweet. I met a guy in February 2011 who eventually told me he was separated. His reason for not getting a divorce was the fact that it was expensive. I didn't think it was going to get serious, so I sort of kind of overlooked it. Of course, as time went on, I asked questions like what, when, and why. I found out most of the reasons were because of her, so he says. I even advised him to go back for the child's sake. No homewrecker here. But they've been separated for 4 years. She moved to another state and has a kid. Okay, the story he gave me sounds realistic. She slept with his best friend. She stole from him. She was a club junkie, and he thought he could change her. He was infatuated by her looks, blah, blah, blah. On January 25th, I had a womanly instinct. I decided to go through his phone and saw some I didn't like. First of all, he was telling her to sign the papers, but she refused. She stated that it shouldn't bother me and that I am trying to take her spot. She even stooped low enough to say, send me a pic of her so I can see if she's cute, and then I'll give you what you want. Crazy, right? Then as I continue to read on, he tells her that he still loves her. But this man who badmouths her every chance he gets, then I continue to browse the text, and it's him talking to another girl. And so what I'm gonna summarize this one because the language in here, I don't talk like this. And if you watch my strawberry letters, you should know that. But anyway, she goes on to say that she read the text messages and he was communicating with another girl, and the girl was actually saying that she wanted to spend some time with him and gave him the quote for a round trip airfare. I guess the other woman wants him to fly her in for him to spend some time with her, to spend 3 days with her. And she was saying that she's taken off guard by that. The girl was sending him explicit pics, and he was sending her texts back like, don't start anything you can't finish, blah, blah, blah. And she's saying that she hasn't mentioned this to him yet, but she's saying that she can't believe that he would do her like that. Girl, you serious? I can't even believe that you seriously asking me that. Are you surprised that a man who is married and dating you is dating you and someone else? I'm not surprised. I think that that's crazy that you would expect exclusivity from a man who's married. If you want him to be exclusive with you, let him finish cleaning up this mess with his wife. And if she don't want to give him a divorce, then that's between the two of them. But the idea, like, you knew this was a mess going in. So why are you surprised that it's messy? Like, to me, that's crazy. You were you were a willing participant into this. You said you didn't think it was going to get serious, so you got into it. And the reason why I wanted to make your strawberry letter is I feel like a lot of women do that. You know from the get-go that this is not going to work, that he is not your type, and that he is not the man for you, not father material, not husband material, but you go into it with your eyes wide open, and then you get mad when it doesn't work out, or when this leopard doesn't change his spots. To me, that's crazy. You said you knew he was married, so you knew it was going to get messy, but you didn't think it was going to get serious, and a lot of women do that. If you don't think that this man who you think that you could possibly be intimate with or have a relationship with is not husband material or father material, cut your losses. That's why I wanted to make this video, because a lot of younger women do that. You date him because he's just cute. Why can I tell you that? Because I did that. When I was 21, I dated a man, he was so not my type. But he was cute, and that was it. Not my type, going to jail for fighting in clubs and things like that. I thought he was a bad boy, but I knew he wasn't husband material. I knew he wasn't father material, and I'm so blessed that I didn't get caught up, that I didn't marry this man. But a lot of women, when you're younger, you think that you can do what men do. Men do that. Women don't do that. I don't think that we're wired. A lot of us aren't wired in a way where we can have a relationship, no feelings involved. We oftentimes are nurturing. Just like we would take in a stray cat, we take in a stray man. We're with him because we feel sorry for him. We're with him because he's just cute. That's not right. You can't do that, because it's hard for a woman to separate her feelings. Once your feelings get involved, it's over. You can't get it. You can't just casually. I don't think that in my opinion, I don't think that a lot of women are capable of casually dating. We are so in a rush to get exclusive. We get our feelings involved in it. If he's telling us the right things, treating us a certain way, all of that, we get caught up in it and we fall in love. I think that men have that ability to just date and just be in a situation without getting caught up with every woman. Women have been in love several times. I don't think it's not as common for men to be in love. You'll meet a man who's dated for 20 years and say something like he's never been in love. That same woman been dating for 20 years. She's been in love several times. We don't have that ability. You're not wired that way. Stop thinking that you can beat the game. Stop thinking that you can beat a man at his own game. It's not going to work. You're caught up, but you knew that. You went into it with your eyes wide open. Don't get mad that it's messy when you knew it was a mess from the get-go. So what you can do is cut your losses. Why are you surprised that he's cheating on you? Why are you surprised that he's lying to you? The same way he lied to his wife, he lied to you, and he's probably lying to her. The other woman who was sending him these explicit pics probably don't know anything about you. I'm surprised he's honest with his wife about you. She probably found out about you. Why are you're expecting too much from this type of man? This is a mess. So don't be surprised that it's messy. I say cut your losses and get yourself an available man. A man who is available in every way. Who is not married, who is not dating, who is not in any type of relationship. Don't be in a relationship with a man who's not out of his previous relationship. Because all you will be is a third wheel. You are the third wheel, honey, and you squeaking. And then you mad because it is a fourth wheel now. I mean, it's crazy to me. My thing is, you need to learn to pick available men. You ask me, what did you do? I don't even know why you would even ask me. You're not even confronting him about this other girl. You went through his phone and found out that he's sending getting explicit pictures from this girl. And she's talking about this, how much her flight costs. So if he disappears for a couple of days, he's probably going to be with her. Cut your losses. Stop being so eager to be the third woman, to be the third wheel. Stop being so eager to be a side piece. How do you know that she's not his girlfriend and you're the third girl? You think you're number two? You think you're number two? Come on, let's not be naive right now. That's enough. Let's stop being naive. Yes, this is tough love, but you knew you was gonna get it like this when you wrote me. I think it's time for you to, number one, date only available men. Don't be a willing side piece. Or the saying goes, don't make somebody a priority when they're making you an option. You're clearly an option. You think you a starter and you might be on the bench. I'm not trying to be funny, I'm being real. You think that you don't know how important you are to him. You don't know how much other communication he's got with other women. You don't know what's going on. You don't know how important you are to him. This man is just getting out of a relationship. He's been separated for 4 years. I'm sure you're not the first person he's dated. You're not the last person he's going to date. These are the kind of men who never divorce their wives. There are men who do that. There are men who stay in relationships, who stay married and never leave their wives. It's too expensive in 4 years. If you really wanted to get divorced, you've had 4 years to save up. You're not saving your money for that? It's not a priority for him to leave his wife. Meeting you wasn't enough priority for him to leave his wife. He's probably never going to leave his wife. And she don't look like she's going to leave him either. They're both fine with this arrangement. And if you're fine with this arrangement, then stay in it. If that's what you really want. If you don't mind being number 2 or number 3 with a man who may never leave his wife. But don't complain that something is messy when you knew it was a mess. If you don't want to be in the situation, remove yourself. You're not married to this man. You have no commitment. You guys aren't living together. It's easy for you to walk away. Walk away before it gets really messy, because the last thing you want is to, let's just say you get pregnant, to be pregnant with another woman's baby, a married man's baby. Then you make this small mess an even bigger mess. Cut your losses. Learn to date only available men who are completely available. And this is not, what you mean you didn't think it was a big deal? Girl. And let me just say this really quickly. I forgot to say this part. In the letter, you also say that the wife was saying that you're trying to take her spot. And you also say that he's kind of flirting back and forth with her. There's a chance that they can get back together. Even after all this mess, even after you and the other woman who was sending the explicit pics and she's already cheated, there is still a chance they can get back together. They sound like they may still have something there. They still flirt. They still communicate. I'll see you guys in the next video. Till next time, later, divas and dudes. Deuces.